Hello guys, welcome. Today I'm going to show you guys how I achieve these really natural fluffy eyebrows. And before we get started, I do want to let you know that I am kind of sick, so I apologize for my voice or lack thereof. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking the spoolie on my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer and just making sure all the hairs are pointed in an upward direction and are in the exact place that I want them to create the shape of my eyebrow. So all I'm going to do is just go through that and play around with them a little bit. Now I'm going to be taking the actual brow wiz and I'm going to start at the arch of my eyebrow and kind of make a very subtle line just defining the under portion of my eye. This will give me the shape that I want and will just give me kind of like a starting guideline for where I feel like I want my eyebrow to go entirely. Because as you can tell, I have little spots. They aren't completely filled in right there, so this will just give me a really nice solid foundation. And then just gradually go through with your spoolie to make sure the line isn't too stark or anything. You don't want it to be too dramatic because if it is, it looks really unnatural. So yeah, I'm just going to continuously go through and create little hair-like brushes and then go back in with my spoolie. Now I'm going to start the beginning portion of the eyebrow. One thing I really want to emphasize in this part specifically is you're going to want to make sure you have a really light hand when you do this, because if you have a really strong hand and you create a really defined line, it's going to honestly ruin your eyebrow and make it look really unnatural. But if you do accidentally go in with a strong hand, there's honestly no problem with that. Just make sure that you use your spoolie actively to kind of erase and not the entire line, but you're just going to want to erase the strong line. So I honestly go in really aggressively. I kind of just like scrape it off, and when the spoolie scrapes it off, it actually makes it look like there are little hairs because of like the inconsistency with the spoolie and the line. And yeah, that's the key basically to making your eyebrows look really natural, is emphasizing the importance of your spoolie. I think it's phenomenal that the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz has a really good spoolie on the end. It's really strong, which is really nice. And yeah, this is the only product that I've actually ever used on my brows because I've loved it so much. And I figure, honestly, if you love a product this much, there's no reason to go and branch out and find another one. Now I'm going to be going back in again and just mimicking little hair-like flickers to make it look like I have the natural hairs in my eyebrow gaps. Now I'm going to be going in and working on my other eyebrow. The only difference between this one and the other one is that this one definitely has a lot more gaps, so I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit. Now I'm going to be going in at the top of my eyebrow and just creating a little more arch than I already naturally have. And this will just make my eyebrows look a little fuller and give them a little bit more shape. Now I'm going to be going to the front of my eyebrow and just very lightly feathering in little mimicked hairs. And then to clean up my eyebrows today, I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, as I'm sure you probably already know. And I'm just going to take that on a normal concealer brush. The first thing I'm going to do is start at my arch and then gradually make my way down to the very tip of my eyebrow. And when you do this, you're going to want to make sure that you're using the very tip of the brush. This one specifically is gradually works its way down to shorter hairs. I really like that because I feel like it makes it a lot more meticulous to work with, which is a plus because obviously you don't want to conceal the parts that you just worked really, really hard on. So it helps make the eyebrows really, really defined and cut them just perfectly. Now I'm going to go in on the other side and attempt to do the same thing. The nice part about cleaning your eyebrows up with concealer is the concealer actually contrasts the color of your eyebrow hair. So if you have little random eyebrow hairs that you need to pluck but are too lazy to do it, the concealer actually completely covers them up, which is kind of awesome. I'm somebody with very fair skin and very dark hair, so actually finding a concealer that just completely covers them up and makes my eyebrows look really, really sharp is always a plus. Now I'm going to be taking my concealer brush and just cleaning up the top of my eyebrow a little bit just to make sure that it looks really, really sharp and defined. Now I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo, and I'm going to be taking the lightest shade just on a little eyebrow brush that I have and just filling in the little gaps that I feel like are just not as dark as I would like them to be. And then I'm just going to be doing the same thing for the front part of my eyebrows, just really making sure that I am flicking and not pressing down and drawing lines. The flicking really allows the powder to go on a lot more naturally, so just really make sure to use a light hand when you do this. Now I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. This is the clear one. I like this one a lot better because it doesn't overdo your eyebrows. I feel like with the products we use, they are already dark enough. So I'm just going to be going through with this and just really making sure that the eyebrow hairs are up. When I feel like they are combed upward and stay that way, they look a lot more natural and a lot fluffier. I don't know, that's just a personal preference that I have. But yeah, there we go. That is what my eyebrows look like. And I hope you like this video. If there are any other requests or things that you have, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get to those. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope you enjoy it.